Today we are here at the Sea of Galilee in Israel. And it was at this place that Jesus started his ministry. He grew up in a city not so far from here in Nazareth. And he also worked much in a town nearby the sea, and that was Capernaum. And the start of the ministry of Jesus was very strange. It was very special start. It was 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, and he did not eat anything. He was tempted by the devil. This is well known. And then he comes to Nazareth, where he was being born up, where he came from, and he stood in the pulpit there, and he read from the scriptures, from Isaiah.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
These are from Luke 4, and it says that Jesus said that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has appointed me to preach good news to the poor. That was a basic for the ministry of Jesus Christ. He was full of the Holy Spirit, as Luke 4 says, and he was anointed of God to preach the gospel. And he did this in Galilee, in Nazareth, and he did not only preach the gospel. I liked his preaching. He preached with, he spoke very well, and they were amazed by the beautiful words that fell from his lips. How can it be? I asked, isn't this Joseph's son? But Jesus took upon himself all these promises that they had heard and read from the prophets for hundreds of years. And he said this in the synagogue, now it is fulfilled for your eyes. This Isaiah talked about, this Jeremiah talked about, this Daniel talked about. It is now it's fulfilled for your eyes. That was a very big testimony. So that I didn't like this, so that they chased him out of the synagogue and tried to throw him out for the cliff there, but nothing harm happened. And but Jesus had said something there. He was the Messiah. He was the Son of God, and now we have to prove it, to show his friends there back in the synagogue. Well, everybody who knows in Luke 4, in verse 31, that he returned to Capernaum, a city in Galilee. It was a city not far from here, and he preached there. And there was a man who had a bad spirit. On the basic text, it says he had a demon. It says,
and came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath days. And they were astonished at his doctrine, for his word was with power. And in the synagogue there was a man which had a spirit of an unclean devil, and cried out with a loud voice, saying, Let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. And Jesus rebuked him, saying, Hold thy peace, and come out of him. And when the devil had thrown him in the midst, he came out of him, and hurt him not. And they were all amazed, and spake among themselves, saying, What a word is this! For with authority and power he commandeth the unclean spirits, and they come out. And the fame of him went out into every place of the country round about.
And people were amazed. What is this man's words that even demons obey? Even demons obey him. And when the evening came, he went to after leaving the synagogue, he went to Simon's homes, where he found Simon's mother-in-law very sick with high fever. Please heal her, everyone begged. And Jesus, he stood at the bedside, and he spoke to the fever, rebuking it.
If you would like to hear more about the mighty miracles Jesus did in Capernaum, start video number 2 in this series.